Our next speaker is Beyond Degrees of Freedom, Rethinking Dexterous Hands for Real-World Deployment and UMI. And we'll be joined today by Letian Wang, the VP of Product at Roboterra. Letian, welcome to the stage.
Great. Hi everyone. I was in Silicon Valley last December, and I see there's very limited people talking about dexterous hand. Right now, you see these sessions. I probably had already 4 to 5 talks with dexterous hands already. So yeah, we are getting into there. So first, who are we? Robot era. We provide embodiments and total solutions. So have bipedals, upper bodies, wheeled, hands, and also we develop our own model, which is called ERA 42, with different features down the line. And also the developer, researcher is our first stop for our monetization. We get feedbacks of embodiment. And also we try to explore different verticals, and we get data feedbacks. Right now we are very interested in the logistics. I'm trying to be a bit slower so that the interpreter can really catch up. And fact one, the first human-sized hand with direct drive modulus is XN1. And we sold and shipped over 1,000 units since 2024. Fun fact two is our customers and monetization process. So top 10 valued companies, 9 of them are our customers. And 1 of them have a repeat purchase for 8 times. And for a single orders in logistics, it's over $7 million US. And also, factor 3, we are the first and only to deploy humanoids and hands in logistics. These are actual sites with multiple robots operating and doing, well, right now, Figure has broadcast to everyone. Right now, people are getting to know this process a lot. But we are deploying it in the factories. And there's another site, and of course, we have much more coming, and they're all in action. If you count them in, it's like already 12. So mostly in logistics. And so enough about us. It's really about what we are trying to talk about. It's about deployment and dexterous hand. So number 1 pyramid I want to talk about is the data pyramid with additional real-world task execution data as a really tip of this pyramid. And that's the most valuable and most costly. The second pyramid is what we are really talking about. Like, we see enough videos, so many videos, and live demos. And we now move into different like POCs, first and multiple. And robot era is right now moving from POCs to human speed and dexterity right at this stage. And if you really want to close the loop, which ROI pays off, and that costs additional tremendous effort. So this is another pyramid that what I want to talk about. So okay, let's get to the topic. What is really a good dexterous hand? A dexterous hand is only as good as the model trains and deploys it. So there are usually 4 pillars. The model, compute data, which is 3 for large language models, and we have additional 1, which is deployment. And limited by the time, I will only talk about the data and deployment for today. So let's go to detail. Data. Precision is the foundation of the replication of the actions. And we see low backlash is very key to the precision of the hand. So backlash, however, is not avoidable, and you will accumulate the backlash. So what you're going to do? Go with the dual encoders. So the encoders in motor helps to get best controller performance. The encoder in the output side helps to really make sure the precision aligns with the data recorded in the policy. Okay, and let's talk about UMI. It's very hard, right, since last year, and we want you to have a very close look at the videos from right-hand side first. It's with bare hand, it's very fast. You can pick up the tea leaves in just 5 seconds. And with the Dex UMI, a glove with seconds. However, here, it's much longer. Teleoperation. It's hard because you need to see. It's hard because you need to try. And sometimes it will fail. OK, so 26 seconds. So Dex UMI is promised to be 3x faster and at least 20x cheaper. So making dexterous manipulation data accessible to everyone. OK, let's talk about deployment. So execution of VOA policies that really cares about not only the precision, but also the fault tolerance. I will skip the precision, which I already picked. And for the fault tolerance, I want to talk about the very classic impedance control for active compliance, and also the very mechanical way backdrivability ensures passive compliance, which means when your policy is not so accurate, let's say you pick up a pen, it's not so accurate, it's going like this. However, you still want to pick up the pen, but it's not exactly matching the pen shape, then what you're going to do? Your hardware and your control policy need to take over. Make sure that gripping is not harming the pencil and also the hand. That helps you for deployment. Secondly, is the lifespan. So we've been told a lot of time people talking about their lifespan of the hand, but it's mostly with payload free. So it's like, for me, it's like measuring the lifespan of a hand waving in air is like measuring the car's life in highway. So why bother? You can drive like 100,000 miles for sure, but doesn't matter. A really good car comes in very bumpy and dirty way, just like Hummer. So take typical grasping like a cup, metal cup, for example. What's actually happening is that, firstly, you have this impact. When you start getting there and grasping the cup, the impact happens. That brings in shock. And secondly, the prolonged grasping bringing the stall effect of your motor. You need to cool it down or you need to prolong the lifetime of the motor. Thirdly, which is a very accident, that your hands possibly dropping onto the desktop, possibly because the data collector's error or the inference just stopped. That creates a lot of failure, which is to our surprise, right? So these are the really dirty and very nasty situations we need to tackle. So enough about our philosophy, and I want to talk more about our product. Before that, I really want to make a disclaimer that for Japan market, we are here to provide hardware and tool chains and help our customers and partners, solution providers, models to perform, to deploy. So that's our first step. That's our current core missions. And what we can do, we offer you a fleet of hardwares, including the L7, M7 for humanoid, and also wheeled version of this Q5. And of course, just a leak to the audience in this hall, we are going to have industrial version of wheeled version very soon. This is very much similar to this, but with a wheeled base, very soon. And also, we offer different kinds of hands. And then we will introduce a bit more of hand today, which is this new product, XN1 Pro. OK, L7 and M7, we have been doing POC since 2024, very, very early. We tried different scenarios in manufacturing, in warehousing, logistics, a lot of different scenarios. Of course, right now we pick logistics first, and then we have a lot of experience accumulated. If you try to deploy your robots or try this scenario, so you can always look for help from us. Also, the commercial service. We have dedicated model, which is Q5, very slim waist, a very nice looking and very, you have to say it's like female-like. And it's being liked by a lot of Korean and Japanese customers. For retail shopping, cultural tourism, and corporate reception. So these are our humanoids with hands. And today, we'll give you more about our XN1, the flagship. There are lots of videos online already. I won't go to too much detail, but talk about the deployment that we mentioned already, so the compliance in this video. And second is that our native force control. It comes to two different ways. You can first get feedback from the tactiles, three-dimensional tactile feedback. There's a visualization, right? And this is the force loop control. And the force loop control based on current is more fundamental in the firmware level. It's very fast. And there's some additional demos with the teleoperation. But the key of this slide is really talk about how we tackle this deployment challenge that I mentioned before. Some basic metrics. We have 120 sensing points per finger, and the degree is 270 degrees, three-dimensional, and 12 active degree of freedom. There's no passive degree of freedom. And 25 kilogram, 4 direct drive. Each joint is actuated by a module. Very fast speed. So people now care about not only the hardware, they care about what they're going to do with the hardware. We offer an open source model, which is called Video Prediction Policy, the 2025 ICML Spotlight. So you can really look it up online and download it, deploy our hand, collect about 2 hours of data, you can able to see a new skill. So that helps our customer or our researchers to kickstart their process. And the hardware is very, very simple, just the arm and the hand. We can do with pipette. These are all autonomous. Remember, this video is shot at December 2024, which is long ago. So apparently, recently, we have more advancement in this model area. So for our customers, we also help them to succeed, to perform. So use case-wise, we have simulation, especially it's very featured the tactile simulations, and also teleoperation data acquisition with different methods, and force control, compliance. Notably, there's research about different categories. They all benefit from our hand, and you can really look it up. Robot compatibilities, not only the arms, but also the robots H1G1, and also the customized robots like the England startup, the US startup, of course, Korean startup, so etc. Enough about XN1. I want to talk about XN1 Pro, which is the new product we are about to release, and there's leaked to the local audience. It has 21 active degree of freedoms, no passive degree of freedom at all. What's features that there's additional degree of freedom right at the palm, helps you to better grasp and help the pinky finger to maneuver to the other side. And the range of movement is huge. It's 135 degrees, which is actually larger than the human being. Why we do so? It's for reinforcement learning, for the policy trying to do something superhuman. And also the tactiles. We offer for the first time the coverage of the tactiles for the entire palm, including the tip, this part, and also the palm. Very high precision, which I will show a bit later, or you can experience it in our booth near elevator. This is a demo. We have a very nice GUI showing you the movement of the hand. If you do see, this is fully bendable. So backdrivability helps, right? And visualize right away. So the tactiles on the tip offers you additional visibilities. If we zoom in, you can see there's a three-dimensional arrow showing you the dimensional force. And these curves shows you instant response. very sensitive. Additionally, we offer proximity sensing. Oh, this is the same thing right in the palm. We demo here. Additionally, the circles showing right here is an indication of proximity, which is very new and helpful for human-robot interactions. Think about the case where you want to shake a hand with a robot, or when the robot is approaching to some delicate products. That helps to the model get additional like 100 milliseconds or maybe a second in advance. Okay, so this is the tactile sensing demo we're having, and you can really experience in our booth. Secondly, we are talking about the high data consistency that I mentioned, the precision. The single joint backlash is smaller than 0.25 millimeters. Of course, you have multiple joints. That really depending on how long is your finger and how you configure everything. So we pick this out to tell you the accuracy we are offering. And repeat positioning. Normally, people offer 0.2. We are offering 0.1 millimeter. Very high. Of course, we do humanoids, so we have already demoed the integration with the humanoid system right in our demo. It's in the live demo from the Humanoid Summit. These fingers. The system has been all tested out. So for you to jumpstart your process, go for one. Or if you're not careful, or if you're not happy about Manus, you can also try exoskeleton. Oh, bear that in mind, Manus had just pushed out their haptic versions, and we already finished our integration because we are partners and we get that in advance. Our another partner offers exoskeleton teleoperation with also haptic feedback. Great. With that said, I would encourage you to leave this page and scan the code or send an email to us. It's already on sale. 1 month lead time and first shipping starting June 8th for those customers who order, last like 30 days. We will start shipping. A little bit about myself. Well, I had my PhD in UC Berkeley, and I was in the business of LiDAR industry for 4 years and 5 years, and then moved to the robot industry in 2024. So I'm in charge right now of the Dexterous hand product and also the sales overall in the Dexterous hand and also the international global marketing. You're welcome to contact our company and contact me. Thank you.
Letian, thank you so much. Everybody, please do take a picture. Thank you so much.